Hi guys, a really warm welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking all about practical tips that you can implement into your budgeting process for 2023 to help with your financial well-being, just to make you much better with your money, have a better money mindset, and just feel less overwhelmed by money and things like that. So I really hope it's helpful for you guys. If you're new here, I'm Lara. I'd absolutely love to have you here as a subscriber to my channel. I share lots of videos about money mindset, budgeting, finance, how to save money, how to make more money, what tea is good, lots of lifestyle videos too, and travel as well. So I'd love to have you here in this community this year, and we're gonna get through this together with a good, positive money mindset. So grab yourself some paper and a pen, get ready to make some notes for how to implement some practical tips into your budgeting for 2023. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Keep sitting on my mic. Right, sip of tea. Today is an off black, pink peppercorn and strawberry, I think. Quite zingy. So what is a budget and why do you need it in your life? A budget can really help you be at peace with your money situation. It can make you spend money purposely. It can help organize you with where your money is going to go. Just give your money a purpose. It helps you control your spending and your money, and really the main thing is giving you peace and making sure that you can afford to live and to save. It gives you permission to spend. It also means that you can spend guilt-free, which is something I talk about a lot in my sinking funds video, which is coming for you soon. It helps you pay off your debt in less overwhelming chunks. And as I said, it just gives you that freedom. You know where your money is going. You can be intentional with your spending. And to be honest with you, budgeting really just has changed the game for me. Before this, I didn't really know where my money was going, what I was spending it on. And at the end of the month, I was a bit like, where's my income? Where's my salary gone? So budgeting just really gives you that kind of idea of exactly where you need to put your money, what you need to prioritize, how much you're going to have left at the end of the month, and what you can save as well. So there's different types of budgeting. There's things like zero-based budgeting, incremental budgeting, the rolling system, the envelope system, the 50, 30, 20 system. There's loads of different budgeting methods. So have a little look into which one you think might suit you. For example, zero-based is where you have a place for every single penny that you spend or that you earn, so that it goes into every single pot that you need to pay for, whether it be bills or savings or anything that your expenses are, and then anything left over still has a place to go. It's going to go into savings, to pension, to LISA, to ISA, wherever it is that you are trying to save, your money is going to go there. So think about which budgeting system works for you best. Let me know in the comments which one you use and which ones you're taking forward to 2023, which makes sense for you. It does have to be something that's going to suit you, and if you're really organized, you might suit something that's better. If you're a bit more sort of not organized, it might suit a different method. The number one tip I would say is that you have to be flexible with your budget, because things can change. So for example, as we all know, with inflation, the bills are just crazy at the moment, how much we're spending. So if you were to set a budget a year or two ago and it's a completely different price now, you may not have any flexibility in your budget. So you need to add in things. You may well get pregnant, your children may leave home, you may well have things happen in your life, your job may change, your partner's job may change, that you need to be flexible when it comes to your budget. I have got a video, as I said, about sinking funds. I don't know if this is going up before or after, but it will be very soon. So keep an eye out for that one. But it's a really good way of having a place where you have money saved, so that if anything should happen, if your car breaks down, you have that money in your budget to pay for it. And it's not going to have to be, getting you into debt to get to that point. Of course, we've got an emergency fund as well, which I always talk about. It's really important just to have that there. And we're going to get to that point. If you can't afford to have an emergency fund yet, that's fine, because these videos in this series and the years and years, hundreds of videos I've had before this will help you get to the point where you can get to an emergency fund, and then you're going to be building on that too. The next one is to have it visible. There are free printables on my website, which is larajoannajarvis.com. It's all free to download. You can get budgeting sheets, trackers, debt trackers, spending trackers, and Christmas planning sheets too. And let me know if you want me to add anything to that as well. But these are free for you guys as a tool to help you visualize it and see it. You may well, like we did when we were saving for our house, we had a very, very rubbish drawn thermometer situation where every 1,000, was it, or 5,000, we would, no, it must have been 1,000, every 1,000 we would colour it in. And we got the children involved in this. It was really visual. So when you can see that building up, it gives you that excitement and motivation to keep on going, because it can be really hard. So having a budget where it's visible when we're talking about income, expenses, side hustles, debt, anything that you've got on your budget, you need to have it written out. You can't just go, oh, the mortgage is this and the food bill will be this and the electricity will be this. It's not really enough detail to keep you on track with it. So make sure you have it visible. With your budget, you're going to need to include the important things first. And these are things like your rental mortgage, your transportation costs, your grocery bill, your utilities, anything like that. And then you need to include your bills, such as any debt that you've got coming out, your pension, anything like that. You've got to include those important things first. And that's when budgeting comes in, when you're talking about paying yourself first. So you pay for all of those non-essential things, and then you also include in that your savings, your pension, your things that you are trying to save towards. So maybe it's a lease, so if you're going to be paying for a house. More on that in my sinking funds video. But these are things that you are basically paying first. So you cannot spend the money until those important things have been purchased. The next thing, and this is about having it visible, is if these two don't add up, you need to be cutting something. So I've spoken a lot here on how to save money. I've got dozens, hundreds of tips of how to save money, and also how to earn more money if you can't cut back on certain things. It's important to have these on your budget of places that you can cut out. So seeing it written down like that, it's going to help you say, actually, why have I got that subscription that I haven't used for a few months? I don't need that anymore. I can cut it from my budget and then put that money towards your debt repayment or towards your savings. It's important to know with budgeting, just like a diet, if you've just started January, new year, new me, like I have tried to do, just to be more healthy and nourishing towards my body, it can be hard. Diets are not there to be easy. Otherwise, if you'd want to do it, then everyone could do it easily. It's going to be hard. You need to be able to have small goals. When you get to them, you can really feel motivated that you've reached it. Just like losing weight, if you're trying to do that, you need to have points where you can actually think, I'm doing this. This is happening. I'm really good at this. I can do it. And just that positive mindset about it. If you need to save, for example, £50,000 to save for a house, and that is your goal, it is going to be very difficult to get there straight away without feeling a little bit like, oh, I just really want to spend money or go out for dinner, or I'm really having this lack mindset because you're not getting to this goal straight away. It's going to take you ages. So just have goals where you can reach it and make you keep going to the next one. The next one is to be realistic with your budget. Things, as I said, they've gone up. Can you increase 10% on each part of your savings pots to hopefully counteract any increase in bills? Obviously 10% is not going to get to where your food or your electricity bills going up, but little things like insurances, vet bills, car tax, something like that. Can you increase it? Can you be realistic with your budget where you can say, actually, I know that I'm probably not going to be able to spend as much money on going out for dinner this month because my electricity bill is going to be higher? Can you be realistic with your budget? Because that you can't go into it with a budget that's unrealistic and that you're not going to be able to stick to. This is one I talk about a lot, and I have to tread carefully because this is not on essential things, and it is about don't spend on things you can't afford. So if you have a credit card and you put a shopping spree for clothes on a credit card, you cannot afford it, so don't spend it. I'm not talking about having to put your car, you need a car because yours has died and you don't have an emergency fund to pay for it and you need it to get to work, to pay your bills, to feed your children. I'm not talking about those sorts of things. A credit can be useful, and it can of course be useful at building your credit rating as well. I'm talking about putting a holiday on a credit card when actually you could probably get an interest-free deal from a company, or you could save the money in a sinking fund to get to that point. There's lots of different methods to doing it. So if you cannot afford to buy it in cash, don't buy it at all. And that's a little bit of a sticky one because I know lots of people do put things on credit card, but if it's the non-essential things, then definitely try and do that. The next one is simply live below your means. Don't spend as much as you earn. It is so simple. If you are spending your entire paycheck because you're spending it on takeaways or Ubers or whatever it is you're buying as well, and you're using every bit of your money up, and then maybe even borrowing some as well to substitute your lifestyle, then it's just gonna stop you from getting to your goals. And that is the key thing to remember. You're trying to get to your goal. you're not punishing yourself. It's not a punishment to save money. If you're trying to save for a house, you have to restrict things. You have to go without things, because the bigger goal, the bigger picture is that you're going to get to your financial goal quicker. So every time you spend, if you maybe buying a top or a night out outfit and not shopping your wardrobe, that could be an extra month away from hitting your goal. Do you want to sacrifice going on holiday a month longer, having to wait because you've decided to go out for drinks? Like, it's just the small sacrifices when you look at it as a bigger picture. And don't get me wrong, you have to enjoy your life. You have to include fun money in your budget, travel money in your budget. It's so important to be giving yourself that financial well-being where you enjoy things, but it's about sacrificing on the things that you don't necessarily need to get to the bigger goal. The next one is about if you're in a partnership with somebody, a partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, if you live with someone, you do this together. Your budget needs to be something that you can see as your own goal. Yes, you may have your own budget. Stu and I have got our house budget. We have our own budget because, you know, he might be saving for a big birthday trip of mine. I was saving for a big birthday trip of his. There's things that we will save separately, but we will have an overall, an umbrella budget for the whole family. So it's really important. And if you are struggling to talk to your partner about this, it's about being open with your conversations. You need to be putting your cards on the table and just saying, I've got into a bit of a sticky situation. I really, really want to be open with you about this. Can we get out of this together? Can you support me on this? Not financially, if, you know, your partner's not going to pay towards it, but, you know, help you out. Say, give you support if you want to go out for dinner, and just check in and say, actually, I can't because we've got this debt that I need to pay off. So things like that, just being really, really honest with yourself and your partner, and making sure you include all of their things that they need in the budget as well. The next one is to know it's not forever. It's really hard, like I said, but it is not forever. Just give yourself those mini milestones, those little goals, and they will give you the motivation to keep on going. And as I said, it's not a punishment. This is for the good. This is for your future self. I really hope that was helpful for you guys. Do subscribe if you enjoyed it and you want to see more budgeting and finance videos here on this channel, and like the video so that other people can find it as well. That would really help me out. Keep watching for more money saving videos and financial well-being videos. Thank you for being here, and I hope it was helpful. Take care. Bye.